Honorable Philip J. Pierre, Prime Minister, members of Cabinet, Ambassador, Your Excellency Nicole Su, Permanent Secretaries, Accountant General, staff of the Office of the Prime Minister, staff of the Taiwanese Embassy, good morning and welcome to a check presentation for 3 projects which Prime Minister articulated in his 2025-2026 budget presentation. I think a few people will be very happy today since we have a check donation for the Soufriere Senior Citizen Daycare, rehabilitation of the Vieux-Fort Fishing Complex, and $5 million towards the Infrastructure Department for development programs. I would like to call on Your Excellency Nicole Su to provide some remarks. Ambassador.
Honorable Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, Honorable Cabinet Ministers and Parliamentary Secretaries, Attorney General, Accountant General, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, bonjour tout le monde. It is my great honor to be here again at this Cabinet room this morning. First and foremost, on behalf of the people and the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, I'd like to express our most sincere appreciation to the unwavering support extended by your government for our campaign to participate in the mechanisms and activities of the World Health Organization. We are deeply grateful that before and during the most recent session of the World Health Assembly, which has just been concluded a week ago in Geneva, your supportive letters, relevant proposal, as well as remarks were made to register St. Lucia's concern as to that health matters to all, and with Taiwan's capacity to make contribution, Taiwan should be included into the global discussion there at the World Health Organization. So we are deeply grateful for your support. Indeed, all should be involved, and Taiwan is honored to be involved here in St. Lucia in your endeavors to further strengthen the social welfare system and vital infrastructure for the people of St. Lucia to enjoy. During the previous 2 occasions when I was here at the Cabinet room, I was able to learn the CDP, the Constituency Development Program, has been able to make positive impacts on the people's daily life. And today I thank you for this opportunity for Taiwan to further engage in 3 more essential projects which will also significantly improve the daily life of the people of St. Lucia. Among the 3, the first project is the Soufriere Senior Daycare Center. We're happy to support your plan to build this facility to provide senior citizens of limited capacity the much-needed care. Not only that, we also look forward to seeing that the center will further provide other services including health and nursing consultation, therapeutic and social activities, as well as companionship for other senior citizens in Soufriere. The second project is the Vieux-Fort Fishing Complex. We're also very happy to support this rehabilitation project because the fish market is where fisherfolks, the consumers, and the vendors meet. It is therefore essential the security and the safety of the infrastructure as well as the public health standard will be well upgraded so that the economic activities of the community can continue to develop. The third item is the initiative on small infrastructure projects. It is our great pleasure to support this project, because under this initiative, at least 260 renovation and refurbishment works on community facilities will be conducted. And not only that, we are also very much impressed to learn that with this initiative, it is estimated that around 700 employment opportunities will be provided to the local community during the project time. So it is our great honor to be able to support these projects. And I'm happy to share with you that these efforts of yours to put people first resonate and echo the very aspiration that we have in Taiwan, that is to make our world a more sustainable one with compassion and equity. However, these values and aspirations require efforts to defend them and to cherish them because they're facing challenges. For example, in certain other countries, they boast their policy of global development initiative or their strategy of accelerating development. But let's review these policies carefully and perhaps in detail. When those countries boast development as priority, is it not at the price of people first? So it is worrisome that for those countries, the development of the state comes first, and the human rights and dignity of the people, unfortunately, are placed second. So for this reason, we, the democratic allies, should stand firm and defend our cherished values. St. Lucia is a strong advocate for the principle of equity and for the respect for human rights and freedom and democracy. And Taiwan is very honored to partner with you and work alongside with you to pursue a better world for equity and social justice. On a personal note, today marks the official start of my 5th month here in St. Lucia. I must report to you that I have been enjoying very much the Lucian hospitality. People have been amazingly friendly and welcoming and eager to say hi to me on the streets, in the restaurant, at the market, and even by the beach. And people are eager to teach me Creole so that when parler tic-tac patois. I'm truly impressed and feel extremely privileged to be able to enjoy the Lucian hospitality. And of course, I'd like to thank Honorable Prime Minister, the cabinet members, and all of you here for involving me and my team at the embassy and at the technical mission to involve us to attend the impressive events such as the Jazz Festival and also many other important projects. Through these exercises, I feel that we are able to explore more opportunities to further collaboration between Taiwan and St. Lucia. So in closing, I'd like to once again express our Taiwan's continued commitment to the government and the people of St. Lucia, and we look forward to further collaboration with you. Thank you very much. Merci en plus.
Thank you, Ambassador, and thank you for your remarks. With these additional projects happening in St. Lucia, I'm not sure where Prime Minister is going to find the material since we have no blocks on island and hardly any workers. So some growing pains, maybe that's a good, bad thing. I'm not sure how to put it, but yes, the increase in infrastructure in all these projects are really, a great sign that our economy is growing. People are working, and there's clearly some, and I know Honorable Emma Hippolyte is overjoyed. You just can't see it on her face right now. Great. I would like to call on Prime Minister, Honorable Philip J. Pierre, to address us. PM.
Thank you very much, Mondi, Ambassador. Good morning, colleagues, members of the Office of the Prime Minister, Permanent Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm the Ambassador spoke of friendships and countries where these friendships were different. I've said on several occasions that St. Lucia chooses his own friends, and we choose our friends based on the interests of our people. And I want to reiterate that in St. Lucia we believe that our friendships must be principled, our friendships must be based on the observance of certain basic democratic structures. But having said so, our people need support, our people need assistance, our people are not beggars, but we are a small developing country that needs support and needs help. So we really appreciate any country that wants to help us in a principled way, help us in a way that we continue to maintain our self-respect. And this is why we appreciate the support of the government and people of Taiwan, in that we need to be able to work together with our friends. And the projects this morning a manifestation of how we're going to work together for our friends. If you look at them individually, all of them are people-centered. All of them will support the people of St. Lucia, particularly the project in Soufrière. And it's by no coincidence it's in Soufrière. I will not open up what's happening in Soufrière as compared to what's happening in other parts of the country. I always remind I have a constituency too. But having said so, especially the help the elderly in Soufrière, I think it's a very progressive project, and it's needed. And we should really try to open a few more of these centers all over the country, because people are just left on their own. No one to take care of them. The loneliness, the frustration that people go through. And when this government, and we have short memories, it's actually this government that put the elderly people at the forefront when we began the home care program. And this is actually, the history of St. Lucia, the history of what this government has done must be documented. It was this government that started the elderly care program, and we're going to expand it, in that we're going to expand that care to weekends very shortly through the SSDF coming through the Ministry of Equity, where we get care for these elderly people on weekends. So this project in Soufrière is relevant, is people-centered, and then we hope to be able to have it in other parts of the country. The second project, which is the fisheries complex in Vieux-Fort, I really urge the Ministry of Agriculture to begin work on this project immediately. I know that the member for Soufrière has been ahead of the ball. Even before she knew she was getting money, she had put it in my office, almost forcing it down my throat, telling me, here is it, you must do it, you know what I mean? And thank the Taiwanese for that. So I know she's way ahead of her time. But I want the Ministry of Agriculture to really begin the processes of getting that fisheries complex repaired. It's something that we must do urgently. We need to do it now, the urgency of now. So I want to tell the Minister of Agriculture, as soon as he leaves there, to go to his office, to make sure that he gets his office to get this project going. This project must begin as soon as possible. The infrastructure projects, and the ambassador was right, is going to be used for small infrastructure projects throughout the country. Again, people-centered projects, footpaths, steps, walls, repairs of facilities, etc. And again, we have to find a mechanism to make it happen in quick time, ensuring that all the accountability is there. So we're very pleased, very thankful. And as I said, we want to develop the people of St. Lucia. That is our primary goal, to cause the people of St. Lucia to have a better quality of life. And we have to remain focused, because there'll be a lot of this, there'll be many distractions and things that will want to cause us to go off track. But we have to stay on shore. We have to ensure that we keep focus, and I can assure you, Ambassador, the funds are going to be used for what they were given to us for. There'll be full accountability, there'll be full transparency in how they are used, because the government is remaining focused. You're not going to be sidetracked by noise and etc. So anyone who believes that if we're going to be sidetracked by noise, they have another thing going. We're going to remain focused. We have a job to do. The people of St. Lucia elected us to do a job. And we're doing that job. And when the time comes, the people of St. Lucia will decide whether we did that job well, whether we did not do well. So we remain focused. So thank you, Ambassador. We hope that you convey our appreciation to your government, and you can also inform them that there is no shortage of people-oriented projects in St. Lucia. There is no shortage. We can give you a whole list of projects that will benefit people, a whole list of projects that will benefit people. And we expect that we know your government understands that their allies or the countries that respect them, the countries that work with them, do this because we believe in what they stand for. We believe in the independence of countries to choose their own path. We do not interfere in the internal affairs of any country. It's not our business. Our business is to ensure that our friendships are based on principle and based on the self-interest of the people of St. Lucia. And in this regard, the government of Taiwan understands that, and we are sure that the government of Taiwan will cause no effort to be spared to ensure that our people receive the benefits of that friendship. So I thank you very much. And normally on anniversaries in this cabinet, we have cake and we have fruit cake and on anniversaries. I'm just telling you so because I know you have many other anniversaries. So this cabinet has fruit cake and good wine on anniversaries. So all the best, Ambassador.
Thank you, Prime Minister, and Cabinet Ministers. I hope you all got the hints. PM has now specified fruit cake, and good wine. It's not just cake and wine anymore. Fruit cake, good wine. Thank you. But thank you, Prime Minister, for that. And we would now like to call on Mr. Branford to do the exchange on behalf of the government of St. Lucia, and Ambassador Sue to present the deed of donation to the government of St. Lucia. So this, for anyone who's new again, we will, so we do an exchange. The funds would go into the consolidated fund. It's fine? Right, so Accountant General will receive the fund. Oh, that's right. And a receipt from the Treasury where the funds will be deposited into. Thank you, Accountant General. Go ahead. Yes, please. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you, Ambassador. I would like to call on Permanent Secretary in the Department of Economic Development and the Youth Economy to give the vote of thanks and also a thank you letter to the government and people of the Republic of Chinatown. Ambassador Su, you want more? You reading this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You don't want to read?
No, I thought we'd give you something.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the government and people of St. Lucia, I wish to convey our sincere thanks to the Ambassador, Nicole Su, and to the government and people of the Republic of China, Taiwan, for the donation received today in support of three critical but yet important projects. As mentioned, the first amount of $1 million will be going towards the construction of a senior citizen daycare center, which will be located in perhaps one of the best places in St. Lucia to be, more so for retirement and as you age. So, you know, so therefore, there's a saying that aging is not an endorsement of isolation. And it is because of that that it is a policy of the government of St. Lucia to enhance the quality of care for the elderly and the whole way of life. We all know that as they get older, they would face a number of challenges, and the daycare center will provide a safe place for daily living and social interaction of those elderly people. And persons who are caring for those persons will now be safe that they can leave their aging mothers or parents or guardians or whoever they are in the care of able persons, and to go out there and to improve their careers and other means of life. So we want to put on record our appreciation for a project of that nature. The second one deals with the rehabilitation of the Vieux-Fort Fishing Complex. And again, as we said, the project would aim to modernize the project. It will contribute to the complex meeting the national and international food safety guidelines by creating clean, safe, and functional environment for the processing and vending of fish and other seafood products. The ultimate goal is to ensure that the livelihood of the fishermen are sustained in this challenging economic landscape. The food contribution is $5 million for the small infrastructural project, and that will seek to build the resilience and adaptive capacity of most socio-economic vulnerable population to climate-related hazards and natural disasters, whilst at the same time contributing to an ever-improving living standard. The project will focus on small infrastructural projects island-wide with an emphasis on drains, footpath, strengthening of dwelling structures, to name a few, and will contribute to the generation of employment within the communities. The funding received today, as we have always said, is not just a financial contribution, but it goes beyond just the financial contribution. It changes life, it's game changer, it creates employment for the people in the various communities, and it underscores our commitment to supporting the vision between the Republic of China and Taiwan and the government of St. Lucia for a better future. At that time, I would have to also recognize and express our thanks to our Honorable Prime Minister for his continued passion and commitment to putting people first, and to creating an enabling environment in which the poor and the vulnerable among the population can function and contribute meaningfully to the growth and development of the country. I want to thank Her Excellency Ambassador Nicole Su and the Republic of China Embassy staff in St. Lucia for their hard work in making the funding for these projects possible. I would also like to thank the government and people of Taiwan for their continued support to St. Lucia. May the friendship between St. Lucia and Taiwan continue to grow and flourish. I thank you very much and endorse and support the projects that we have mentioned. Thank you very much.